Okay, let's take a look at general navigation around the website. You'll notice that every time that you come in, you will be on the course homepage, which will show you what's upcoming. And I don't have anything upcoming, but you'll see information here. And I'll also put in announcements. I'll have a big reminder here of how your grade is broken down. I'll have a reminder of your final exam being open and so on will be here. So this is where you'll start. Um, and then, of course, you can go to your assignment calendar, which will show your start and end dates on things. It'll show that there's something due there. And I put in a practice thing. Doesn't really apply to you, but so you can see that that's your assignment calendar. And it'll only show those things that are due and when they're due. And so you won't see all of your assignments on here. You need to make sure that you actually are just going to the course material, so that you're coming here to course material and that then you're looking at each chapter. And that's why I say the best thing to do is to go through a chapter a week. And for those of you online, stick in a chapter, get the chapter done, and then move to the next chapter. And realize that if it's the 5th week and you're in chapter 3, then you're roughly 2 weeks behind. Now again, be a little liberal with yourself and understand that some of these have more assignments in them than others, and so it'll take you a little longer to finish some of them than others. So, be a little liberal on that. But the very, very important assignments, you will notice, will appear in your calendar because they're going to have a due date and they're going to have an end date as to when they're closed, when they will no longer appear. So this one's past due, and it's not started for me. But anyway, that's what your assignment calendar looks like. But the main thing is, of course, again, course material. So in looking at the course material page, again, notice that everything's listed in chapters, and then down at the bottom you're going to have last weeks of class because we've still got a few. We're ending this just before Thanksgiving, basically, so we've got a few weeks left. And so when you click on that, notice if I want to go back to my course, I can hit this little arrow, or I can click on my course, and that takes you up a level. And here's everything in that last chapter. I've got a final exam study guide that you can print out, transfer your information over, and then there's a couple of PowerPoints that you need to do, and there's an extra credit. This extra credit assignment is worth just as much as this. So one thing that you need to know is whether or not these are orange, blue, or green, they all are worth the same amount. And so extra credits are actually worth quite a bit. And this is not the only extra credit in there. It's just the only one here in this particular one. The final exam is not appearing on here yet because it's not open yet. But your final exam will appear in that last weeks of class at the bottom, and I will give you a notification of that. That's just generally how to move around. And of course, you're going to go to grades to actually see your grades on the assignments. And this really doesn't have any grades. You see final exam, it's not there. But you can actually dig into each chapter and say, chapter 3, what did I get on these? What were my grades? But I will be creating columns here so that you'll be able to come in and see grades that are listed. So watch for that and notice there's my grade. And then if you have questions on grades, ask me. That way I can check and make sure that there's no errors going on. Sometimes that happens. Computers do what they're told. The problem is sometimes we don't tell them right. So let me know if you see any problems any place.